Do I have your attention so far, Archon?
Quit with the games. So, the Justicar was there?
Oh, they didn't tell you that part, did they?
And the Reckoner was there as well? You have to be lying.
You think I'm lying? Why do you think you were put on the case? Kindred have been looking for the fragment for decades. But why bring you in now? Political assassination while searching for strange artifacts? Ooh. That kind of thing gets the Ivory Tower all up in a bunch.
So Nova is the fragment. And you, Solomon, are really some kind of ancient kindred from before time?
That is the rumor.
Your tall tales are beginning to bore me, Solomon. Tell me the truth. Where is Nova?
Well, Archon, you didn't let me finish the story.
Fine, but my patience is wearing thin.
I'm sure it is, Archon. I'm sure it is. Please, forgive the interesting surroundings, Nova. I thought it best for us to make a quick and speedy exit.
Fuck you.
Now, I'm not certain if that's in your best interest. I promise that that will not increase your survivability.
I don't think I'm surviving this at all. I was pulled into a shadow portal by someone who is a bajillion years old and apparently trying to kill me. Anyways, I'm not surviving this. Okay?
Now you misunderstand my intentions. A southern-ish gentleman such as myself would not kidnap a lovely young kindred and bring them here simply to kill them. Why, that's... I could have just killed you there. Or the night we met. There has to be something I want from you.
Well, it's clearly not to make me your bride. Thank God.
Well, let's not get too ahead of ourselves. You might impress me by the end of the night. So, wondering why you're here yet?
I'm apparently the fragment, whatever the hell that means.
Yes. But not exactly. You yourself, Nova, are not the fragment of Moloch. No, the fragment of Moloch itself is a collection of memories, thoughts, and specific things passed down from, someone time immemorial stole from me. And it's been passed down, and I've only recently found it. Are you wondering when you got it, though?
I'm assuming it was when I was made and it was put into my brain by my sire because she had the Book of Nod. I'm not an idiot.
Not exactly. Not exactly.
Not exactly that I'm not an idiot, or not exactly that's how it went.
Not exactly how it went. If you want, I can tell you the moment your life changed. And to break from character for just a moment, I am sending all of you the link. And we will see when all of this began. Of course, I love it when I put things together last minute, everyone. It did not finalize that file. So give me a second while I add that file. It should already be saved in here, so it'll take me a hot second. You all can watch it. There it is. Add to source. It's in there. All right, now I'm going to... And there we will find Nova. and her sire, Lucille. Nova, you find yourself staring off into space, and then come back to this moment. And I will let you two begin.
Nova. Nova?
Yes, sorry. Yes. I'm here.
What were you thinking about, Nova?
Just... It's been a lot. Still adjusting.
Of course, it is quite a large adjustment to, well, everything that we have now become. But please do not be worried. You are going to attend your first court, aren't you a little excited?
Doze off into space much?
No.
So, remember the rumor that your sire was going to bring some ancient fragment to Elysium? Why, they did. I just didn't quite realize at the time that it was in you. I had a whole plan for that evening, Nova. I was going to meet you, you were going to give me this gift, as it were, but unfortunately, things happened. And here we are. With your sire dead, the memories were locked away. I would need something to jar it.
Not exactly locked away.
Oh, they were hiding. But do you remember how you started to remember?
I remember how I started dreaming.
Oh, yes, yes. But you probably don't put the connection between the night before. We met again. You were one of your first feedings amongst the Sabbat. One of my favorites. One of my favorite names is John. Or Mr. Milton. Better to reign in hell than serve in heaven. Do you remember that fancy art critic that you supposedly killed? Guess who?
I did not kill him. He just got acid spit on his face.
Oh, yeah, indeed. Trust me, it only stung just a little bit. But by tasting my vitae, it awakened the memories in your mind. I just had to wait for them to wake up.
Wait, does that mean I have like weird other powers? Because I hear that happens with us. Like I know about the bond thing. But
Well, you haven't drank enough from me to be bonded. Just once. But as you said, someone as old as I am has strange effects on someone as young as you. So you curious what I want yet?
the memories.
Exactly, but probably not exactly how you think so. That being said, there is something I need to do for you. There's someone you need to meet. And I will let them go ahead, my out-of-character hint to the actress. Someone you haven't seen in a while. Please go ahead and reveal yourself.
Nova.
Oh, you motherfucker.
Oh, turns out she's alive.
Here to see me.
Well, then you'd be proud that I just diablerized the harpy.
Did you know?
Yeah,
I admit I am a little bit proud.
'cause I was pissed.
Even better.
She was a bitch to you. And I, still had some sentiment. Fucking that's gone.
That is no way to talk to your sire, Nova. Elizabeth. She has been a wonderful surrogate great something other grandchild to me.
I really thought you'd be happy to see me.
You know, if my entire unlife hadn't been a fucking lie, I might. But alas.
That's hardly my fault. You would have known the truth in time. Besides,
No,
what's...
very much so your fault.
You would have known that night had things not gotten in the way.
Oh, when my brain was removed? Great. Love that.
Oh, no, I have no intention of removing your brain. That's such a blunt attempt to reclaim what is mine. That being said, your sire is an apostate, a member of the Bali like myself, and that makes you potentially cursed with my blood or something, whatever the Inquisition will believe. Do you think when you get out of here, if you somehow manage to escape, that the Inquisition will just let you live? You think your pack mates will trust you? Maya's in the Black Hand, after all.
It's cute. It's real cute.
Well then, looks like family might be the only friends you have right now.
Oh, but I thought my family was right here.
Exactly.
No. Fuck that shit. Fuck that shit.
I have a proposition
Family
for you.
is who you Vaulderie with. I've never Vaulderie with you. You're not family.
Ah, yes, the quaint Sabbat.
Wow.
I'm glad they've taught you well. If you want to go back to your family and have any chance of surviving, you may have to make a deal with the devil, as it were. There's a reason we chose you.
Because I'm pretty.
No. The pretty was going to come anyway. Listen, you were chosen. You remember why I told you I chose you? The thing I saw you make?
Yes.
I wasn't lying to you then, Nova. I was entranced by that last sculpture you made. It was a perfect example of the vessel we need.
I'm sorry. You want me to make you a glass mermaid?
Well, maybe I would appreciate one now. You would really give your little gift to your sire after all this time? I knew you cared.
Yeah, and I'll have 2 middle fingers up.
Excellent. I would love to see a mermaid. The thing is, Nova, the fragment you carry, I need. There are several ways to get it. Someone, not me, could take the memory from you. But unfortunately, those that are not as potent as I am, that might not be well for your long-term survival. And while they're searching for that memory, they'll find this one. The one with your lovely sire and your Bali ancestor. Do you think they'll let you live?
They will see the internal seething, so probably.
Oh, look at you. Look at you thinking they care. They believe that infernalism travels through the blood, and you have my blood in one way or another. And you've tasted it, after all. It awoken memories, feelings, powers. Who knows? Canaanites are awfully suspicious like that. So, you can let them take it. Or do you think you'll fare better with the Reckoner? Do you think he'll just take it from you? Do you think he will risk that opportunity? That you are somehow corrupted with me? He hates me, after all. That being said, I don't have any enemies, just uncooperative allies. The Reckoner and I want the same thing, but my desire to keep you alive is only a little bit higher than his. Or, you can give me the memory, and I will make sure that no one will ever be able to pull this thought from your mind ever again. I get what I want. You get to live. You can tell them whatever you want to happen here, and it will ring true, that I promise. All I want is my memories back. And I want you to put them in the mermaid with the 2 fingers. I can show you how. So, what will it be? Because I promise you, attempting to wait for rescue, even if your friends should somehow find us in this place, I am quite well equipped to handle them. Or, if you would like, I could simply remove the decision and kill you here. That's not good for me, because you understand all memories, when not destroyed, end up here. And it is unlikely someone will find that memory, but there's a chance. I'm willing to take that chance if I must. So we're all making a deal tonight. I'm curious what you will choose. And with that, let's take a check on our other friends as I transition over. And 1 second. Jump over. Oh, I've got terrible hat hair. Oh well, there's not much we can do about it here tonight. Let's jump over to Darcy and Maya. Get your guys' music rocking up here. Alright, so we have Darcy and Maya up. You guys, let's see here. It has been a couple of hours. It's past midnight. The sun is due to arrive in 4 hours. You guys, that being said, for our audience here, 2 of our cast members couldn't make it for different reasons or another, or they could, but it'd be so brief. I decided that, their lives are more important than the show, as much as I'm sure you enjoy it. They will not be with us here tonight. So we're going to get a lot of Darcy and Maya action here tonight. So, let's go ahead. You guys are at your haven where you are leaving the distraught mother Mother Lillian in the care of Lydia, leaving the 2 of you to attempt to deal with the fallout of Nova being kidnapped. What do you want to do?
Well, I was a big fuck if I ever saw one.
That was fantastic. What exactly are we going to do about that?
I only ever seen one other creature be able to walk that way and take someone with him. I would just say that's an option, but it ain't a good one, and it's not going to be my first, third, or fourth.
I'm assuming off the bat that it is one of your own, because that's the only type of thing I've seen from your clan.
I was a little pointed there, Maya. You got something to say? You best say it now.
That's what we just saw in there, but
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. A little edgy.
Exactly what occurred to my sire. Exactly what occurred. That appeared, that portal of darkness or whatever it was, and he was yanked through it. So yes, I'm a little concerned, a little pissed.
Let's take that anger and let's sharpen that edge and let's point it at somebody who has it coming. But that place, that dark place you went in, that's the abyss. That ain't a place you want to pass through too easily. What does that mean? She's the fragment. How is she the fragment? That don't make no sense.
Well, we didn't know what the fragment was. We didn't know if it was an item. We didn't know if it was a person. It could definitely sell a person. Like, it's not hard, but like, what? Is there something inside of her?
What's inside of her? I mean, she's a kindred, but I don't think she's smuggling something inside of her. She'd have felt it.
Smiths have their ways.
Well, yeah, but you'd still be, hey, there's this round thing inside my stomach. What's going on? I don't know. Is it something like, now, hold on a minute. What if it's something she might know? Or maybe somebody dominated her brain to forget about it. Like a sleep agent or something like that. Maybe there's an activation code. She spews out this thing, information of some nature. I don't know. I'm spitballing here. Maybe something wrapped up in a soul. Maybe somebody's going to whip that out.
There's the concept of Manchurians who we clear out their minds and replace it with something else. So it's possible it's something in her head, but
it could be wrapped up in a soul too. I've seen those Giovanni tear them straight out of Kindred before. Nasty business.
But they've never seen anyone tack something to a soul.
That's fair. That's fair. Oh, shit, your Black Hand, you ain't got somebody you can call?
I'd have several people I could call, but I don't think we want them. If we want everyone in the pack to survive, I don't think we should call on my contacts specifically.
Well, let me make one thing eminently clear tonight. Somebody took one of our own. Inquisition, Black Hand, fucking Cain himself be damned. Nobody takes my family from me. I'm gonna go tooth and nail, claw and fang till I find her and get her back. I mean, damn.
Well, the most obvious hint we have is the darkness. And that is a signature of your own clan. So if you know someone to go to, they're the person that we need to go to.
I don't think you know what you're asking.
I'm asking you to save your clanmate, your packmate.
Well, if I use that card, you got to get real cool with a lot of weird shit real quick.
Is it infernalism?
Not exactly. It's not infernalism, but it's skating a fine line.
Go on.
You ever wonder how that Inquisitor got a hold of me? Got her fingers in me? I come from a tainted bloodline. My side, most of my brood.
It's going around tonight, isn't it?
My side, most of my brood mates, save for little old Darcy here, follow a semi-heretical path. They follow the path of night.
You've mentioned this.
They're Angelus Adder, the Black Angels. They do evil for evil's sake. I'm talking wicked, horrible things. Suffering on a scale that most humans would never understand.
But not infernalism, is what you're saying. They aim for supreme evil, but not that.
They don't go to other powers. They believe that they can achieve that on their own if they go deep enough. But not, to my knowledge, the path doesn't include making bargains with anything.
To your knowledge.
Well, I don't follow.
What should I expect when we go there?
You're probably going to be wicked unwelcome. And they're probably going to try to bring me back. Mama's got a obsession with her wayward son. But I gotta tell you, Maya, I won't see you getting hurt here. But if I pull the trigger on this one, you're not gonna go down a rabbit hole.
I'm quite confident I can protect myself.
I would never doubt you in a fight. Never bet against you. But these people, they fight a whole nother sort of battle.
You're talking more spiritual or mental.
Something like that, yeah. Now, I don't know about you yourself. I do know a lot of the Banu Hakim religious of assault. Long story short, you have anything you want to pray to before we go? Make it fervent and real. I have a way to get a hold of them, but it's going to take a little time.
I have. Well, my prayer is different, but I'll prepare.
All right, I'm going to need you to drive. Take us down to the Seacrest Hotel. I got a way to signal them from there.
Very well.
Really quick. Dawson's going to go around back. He's going to pop the trunk. And you're going to hear, and then definitely smell gasoline being poured into some large wine bottles. He's going to close the trunk, come back to the front, and go, insurance.
I love it.
All right.
Otherwise, we're going to catch the dawn.
And with that,
Fair enough.
we'll jump back over to Nova and see what decisions she has yet to make. All right, we are back here. Let me get my hat on. With, So, tick-tock, tick-tock. Are you going to take my deal? Luckily for you, his eyes will roll back, and essentially a kiln and a furnace are made in the corner. Even here, there can be fire. You're muted.
Thankfully, I wasn't saying anything interesting yet.
Good.
So, the memories started getting unlocked when I drank your blood as the old art dude.
Yes.
And that's when the dreams started happening.
Mm-hmm.
So who's the kid?
Which one?
The baby in the hospital room that you were so desperate to keep me away from. The faceless child that was rampaging against you.
You have to understand, the memories are filtered through your experience. There was no hospital bed or anything like that.
Fine. Who's the baby you were so desperate to keep me away from?
That's probably because this is not something you were meant to see. But that is a child who was killed for the very reason that it existed. And of that I will say little more. Any other children you remember from my past?
Like the one who hated you so much they wanted to kill you? Were you a mean daddy?
You saw that now, did you?
Mm-hmm.
Well, don't you worry. He deserved every bit of what he got. Perhaps I was never meant to be a father. That young child was cast into a pit as part of a plan it had no unearthly understanding of. And I took it in along with my two brothers, and we taught it everything we knew. But it betrayed us.
Probably because you suck.
Oh, do I? You gotta know, Nova, I'm not the bad guy.
No, but you super are. It's filtered through my perception. You're the bad guy.
That child, I believe now, is called the Herald of Hakim Yul-Shurgi. It is the one that propels the Reckoner forward with such vengeance and death that it'll do anything to stop me. You may not understand who Yul-Shurgi is or what it means, but you think I'm trouble. I can be reasoned with. I'm giving you an offer. It would simply melt your blood by looking at you.
Been there, they stopped.
Oh no, that's the Reckoner.
Oh no,
The
I'm
Herald
super aware.
The Herald of Hakim would not even need to be there. If it is aware of your existence and you draw its ire enough, it will vaporize you where you stand.
Maybe I should go find them.
Oh, yes, that would actually be one method of salvation for you. But I swear to you, and you may not think my word as much, it will destroy you to get every bit of that information out of your mind.
Yep. But you wouldn't have it, so...
That is true.
You'd really destroy yourself just to stop it?
Super, yeah. Y'all are
And me.
off. 100%. 100%. You lied to me. You lied to me throughout everything. Darcy, I'm sure you know who Darcy is. Darcy lied, but Darcy was big enough to admit it.
You think I didn't have a chance? Don't you remember? I was dragged away and killed.
Oh, killed. Yeah, bullshit. Horseshit.
Oh, she did in fact die. Or at least
Wasn't sticking, so apparently they didn't do it good enough.
Sometimes fourth time's a charm.
Yeah, to be honest, I don't remember much, but I'm definitely a little bit something now.
Bitch.
Listen. I don't know why you're so rude now.
Oh my
These people
gosh.
you've fallen in with this Darcy.
Indeed, she has a new family, one she thinks can actually help her. I will give you this, if you could somehow make it to Yulshurgi alive for him to even take that memory, that in and of itself would be an amazing feat. That's not assuming that Darcy and them don't turn you over to the Inquisition before you get there. What are they gonna do? Give that... Clearly you want to keep it from me, but they're gonna go give it to another powerful Methuselah. That's their plan, let me tell you. Sabat love doing that.
You know them super well, don't you?
How long have you spent with them?
Enough.
Enough.
Actually, longer than I've spent with you.
Well, maybe that might be fair. But you really think that that is enough? That short time is longer and more meaningful than every lifetime I've lived to bring you here?
You know what they did for me?
Ooh, I can't wait to hear this sentimental nonsense. Go ahead, though. I love it.
They made me worth something.
You are worth
They made
something.
me... No. You get to stop talking now. It's my turn. They made me worth something. They made me powerful. They didn't keep me in a nice little cage to be a pretty singing bird to trot out whenever they wanted me to perform. Okay? I was something. I was a part of something. I was a valued member of something. And sure, maybe not every single plan that I came up with that I thought was a good plan was taken into consideration, but I was at least listened to and not talked over. That's what they did for me. That's what the Vaulderie did for us.
Nova.
Don't Nova me.
You do misunderstand me. I'm heartbroken to hear you say such a thing. I didn't just chose you because you made a glass sculpture. You are worth everything. Why else would we put something so important in you, Nova? Why else would we entrust the most important thing within you? Because we trusted you.
Ignorance makes the best guardsman. That's why you chose me.
I grow
I didn't
tired
get a
of...
chance to tell you that night, Nova. You can't hold me responsible for being killed in the middle of court.
I am so sorry that what happened didn't fall on your timeline, but it fucked me over. I'm allowed to have my feelings, and my feelings are valid. So, goodbye.
Of course, and I regret it all, but we have the chance to be a family again, Nova.
I don't even know you.
You don't know me.
Nova, you're right. You don't know us, and you don't know too much about what we want, but I do know enough about you that you do not want to be with me or your sire, and that is fine. What we do takes some fortitude, something that few have. And I'm not going to explain myself or what I do to keep this world spinning to you. I am giving you an option because that is what I do. I give people choices. I could take it away right now and rip your throat out and watch you bleed out and die here in this black abyss, just to find out what would happen to your pretty little soul. But I don't want to. One, I don't want to, and two, that doesn't work as well for me. but the memory will float off into the abyss, and I will find it again. So, that being said, I do really like your idea of trying to find your Shurgi, my favorite protege, and telling him just how much you want to share a story with him. And if you want to do that, you're more than welcome to try, but I promise you, should you somehow make it to the steps of Alumont, you will not leave there alive. But you can leave here alive. That is the courtesy I will give you.
You're not too familiar with sarcasm, are you?
Child. You seem to think that you have some sort of power here. You have only the power that I give you. And I am being nice enough to give you the power of choice.
Hobson's choice. It's not really a choice.
It doesn't matter. You make the choice if you can give me what I want or not and deal with the consequences. I am trying to explain to someone as young as you that you really have very few choices that lead with you alive and perhaps joining that family of yours again. Do you think they don't have secrets? Things they don't want to tell you? This can be yours, but you'll get to live. You tell them the rest, and you may not. That is all I can give you. That being said, I'm getting a little tired of trying to appease children. And while you have seen some of my memories and how I like dealing with children, you are not the special kind.
I'm a fully grown goddamn woman.
You...
Just in vampire years, I am a child. So maybe if you want me to play nicely with you, don't talk down to me.
Then I'm giving you the last possible choice I will have before I swear to goodness I will put you in a deep, dark hell until you know what it's like to feel like I do. Now, I would like you, pretty please with sugar on top, to make that mermaid with the middle fingers and the memory. And I promise you I will keep up my end of the bargain. Because I'm not the bad guy here.
I will make something, all right.
And what is it that you want to make?
I'll make a big glass dildo so you can go and fuck yourself.
Please do. I'll even let you watch.
Oh. Gross.
Put some spikes on it. Make it hurt, dear.
Okay.
Well, please. The forge is over there.
I'm gonna break the forge.
Well, incidentally, it is made out of shadow and all that. Yeah, like if you hit it, he will just laugh. Child, you have to understand. If you want to spite me, just break the damn object when you get it. Why try to break it ahead of time? Then I know you're not actually gonna do it.
You really haven't thought this through.
But
I'm running on anger and spite right now.
If
There's
you
a
like
lot
the
of adrenaline, and I don't even think I produce that anymore.
If you like the cowboy get-up, you can find out if you can draw quicker than I can. But to even have that shot, you gotta make it.
I'm more into like chivalrous knights, TBH.
Well,
But whatevs.
Luckily for you, I'm not trying to woo you over and get into your heart. But I can take your heart if I must. Alright, he will reach in and literally pull the heart out of your chest.
Okay.
You're really making this more difficult than it needs to be. Now I have your heart literally whenever, and I could kill you, hurt you, put a spell on you anytime that I want. Do you want to glow green in front of the Inquisitor? Do you want to sparkle with hellfire? Just to die with that memory that I want? Then you go right on ahead. You go right on ahead. Think about it. Because my patience with you is running thin. Make the choice to either not do it and say it to me loud and proud now, or make your deal. That is what I'm offering, child. You seem to think that your decision, your stubborn, your insurrection matters anything more other than to yourself. I have lived for over 10 millennia. I have seen civilizations fall. I have seen Carthage salted by the Ventru. I do not care what happens to you, but I'm kind enough to give you the opportunity to have some sort of control over your existence. So, why don't you think about that for a little bit? The longer you take to think, though, the more nice little fun little carvings I'll put on your heart, and the more you'll have to remember me by than just this memory. And perhaps you and the Reckoner will have a little bit more in common once we're done. And with that, ladies and gentlemen, this seems like a perfect time to take a break while Nova/Rachel's considers her fate. We're doing a lot of fun stuff here.
I'm just buying time.
Yeah, buying time. There you go. That's good. There you are. Okay, so with that, everybody, we're going to take... As I'm running out of... I'm useless once my claws are on. I can't do anything. So that being said, we're going to take a quick break. I want to thank Lana for coming in last minute to return as Lucille/Elizabeth the Damned for this. Sometimes I have last-minute ideas, and they work out real well. Lana, you weren't here for all of us to sing your praises at the first episode. You did an amazing job. And given the very little prep I gave you here tonight, you did a great job. Thank you.
Thank you for having me.
Oh, absolutely. It is tons of fun. I'm going to go ahead, guys, and send us back. I muted myself instead of you guys. You guys can listen to the music and have a good time. So, see you guys in 10 minutes. Okay, everyone, welcome back. And as I look up, I'm totally kind of off-center on this frame here. I've been doing a lot because I had a lot of last-minute ideas, everyone, and that just tells you sometimes it may feel scripted. It probably, we have a couple of things we want to do, but other than that, it is us kind of making it up. So, thank you. I see Other Mother is in the chat. Mother Lillian, thank you for stopping by. But let's go ahead and get started. Sorry, I don't actually. As I put on all my claws, wasting all this time, I'm like, oh wait, I'm not the stranger right now. Oops. Anyway, so let's go ahead and get started here with our second half of episode 8, Vengeance in Vaulderie, Consequences. So, where we last left Maya and Darcy, you guys were heading far outside of town. Heading for, what was the name of that hotel, Darcy? I think it was
the Seacrest Motel.
The Seacrest Motel. Where you have an interesting idea. So, I will let you guys, since I totally did not write the Seacrest Hotel into my story, I want you to tell me what the Seacrest Hotel is.
So the Seacrest Hotel is one of those quarter-mile off the beach, rinky-dink, roach-infested places that rents probably by the hour. But in the word Seacrest Hotel, on top of the roof, the T has a distinctive, almost cruciform, cross-like shape. Distinctive without being too standoutish. When we arrive, the first thing Darcy's going to do is go to the back of the Jesus Christ, pop the trunk, and he's going to grab 2 of those bottles filled up with gasoline. Maya, give me a sec.
What
Maya,
do you plan on doing?
before you do anything, I'm going to need you, because I just thought this might be a good idea to throw some more chaos into this situation. Let's go ahead and roll for everyone's hunger real quick.
Oh dear.
Yeah, there we go. All right, let's go. Oh, well, so Maya, your hunger is 1. Darcy, your hunger's 2.
Hang.
1 and then Darcy. 2. So, Maya, you are going to make... I'm going to check your sheet real quick. All right, you're going to make a wits plus awareness check, please. So for you, I'm not sure if you can see it, there's 5 dice for you. One of them is hunger. Am I? Yeah. So go ahead. Do you need me to roll on the
Yes.
thing for it? Yeah, give me 1 second. I have way too many tabs open right now. All right, hold on. Sorry about this, everyone. I was like, oh, yeah, I don't need Discord open. Oh, yes, I do. All right, let's get to it. Let's get to those dice. Boom, boom, boom. All right, so you're rolling 5 dice, one of which is hunger against difficulty of 1. Boom. Whew, you only got 1 success, but I said the difficulty was 1. I should have said it higher. We're going to have you roll it again because I'm going to make it against 2. Because someone is actively trying to hide from you. So we're just going to roll again here. Boom, boom. You have only 1 success against a difficulty 2. Do you want to spend a willpower?
If someone's actively hiding, sure. Like, would she hear something and she's looking actively?
Gotcha, cool, cool. There you go. Big money on that reroll. You have a crit. So, there we go. All right. So, as you're walking towards the back, where Darcy is, you will see kind of hidden amongst the vehicles, because there's only a couple here. There's like a little access road on the back. You see a black car that doesn't have its lights on, attempting to be kind of sneaky, and the window will open, and out pops the window one of the barbed wire freaks with a shotgun, leveling it at Darcy. What do you want to do?
So she rounds around the back, sees that, and then Darcy just gets treated to her grabbing him and almost slamming him into the car as she tries to pull him down away from the line of fire.
Gotcha. You're gonna go ahead and make a a Dex plus Athletics check, which for you is big money. You got some celerity powers, which might help us here. I think
one's mostly for balance, and the other one is...
I think Blink, though, I think if you activate that, I'll give you a bonus, because then you just zoom right next to Darcy. You just move right next,
Sure.
You want to do that?
That's a rouse check, right?
Yeah, so it's a rouse check. I'll roll for you real quick. You succeed, so your hunger doesn't increase, so you move with inhuman speed. You're suddenly right next to Darcy. You're able to grab him and make him duck. So you're still going to make the check, but it's only going to be at a difficulty 1. Rather than anything harder, because you don't have to close distance anymore. Let me... No, yeah, okay. I was trying to think if there's anything else would apply. All right, boom, boom. Wow, okay, you got 5 successes. So you will go over, grab him, pull him down. You kind of glance your head on the side of the car, Darcy, but you're not sure if the sound that you heard was your head hitting the side of the car or the shotgun going off that takes off the part of the car where your head just was.
Okay. On the ground looking up at Maya. Please tell me there was a good reason you just did that.
We have company. Do you want to use this in that direction?
Okay, so I'm assuming she points out where the shotgun-
So you're gonna see on a service road a black car that's has its lights off, attempting to be sneaky, and you see one of the barbed wire freaks out there with a shotgun, and he was leveling at you.
All right.
Well, he shot at you too. Excuse me.
Maya, how's your throwing arms?
Incredible.
All right. I'm gonna hand her one of the Molotovs that I had in my hand at the time. And then Darcy is going to pull something right out that he's been working on for a little while and coalesce in the darkness into a singular form that reaches out from a shadow near the door. I want to tear the door open on the car.
I like
You see
that. Yeah. Okay, we're gonna we'll make a rouse check real fast. Your hunger increases.
Well, that happens.
We're gonna do Oh, I think I have your old sheet here, which is fine. Fine, no big deal, no big thing. You're gonna roll. Do you need me to roll for you?
I got dice.
Okay, strength plus ob10, which is gonna be 6 dice, but 3 of them are hunger dice. Oh wait, you get a power bonus. Never mind. You're gonna roll 9 dice.
Dear Lord.
9 dice, 3 of them are hunger.
I don't have that many dice.
You don't
Go ahead,
have that? Oh, you want me to do it? Gotcha.
I don't have that many 10s right here.
Gotcha. Okay, I can do that. To rip the... You said you wanted to rip the door open? Is that what you're doing, or...?
Well, I want to open the door. If I rip it off the hinges, that's inconsequential. It's not my
Gotcha.
intent. Get the door open.
We'll do difficulty 2. Wow, okay, you succeed. Wow, okay, gotcha. Yeah, so the shadows are able to kind of... they form out of nowhere. It's a very dark area, and especially this Seacrest Motel, definitely with its neon lights, will cast very stark shadows. It reaches up, grabs part of the car, and it's kind of like trying to pull away, and it kind of pulls open the door just enough, like the door's kind of bowing out more than anything else. Yes, Maya, I see the
Light it and talk, Colin.
Sure, she carries the lighter. Why not?
All right, there you go. Okay, so I like that.
Right.
Let me take a look here. Maya. No, that's just going to be a Dex plus athletics check. So I'm going to give you some options here from just looking at your sheet here. You could, if you want to make a more accurate roll, you could blink over there and be closer and like throw it a little quicker, but then you may have to blink to get away from the ensuing fire you will create. Mm-hmm. But your odds of hitting are going to be better. Or you could stay back here in the safety and just chuck it with your throwing arm and potentially do blood surge for extra dice. Oops, I actually read wrong on Jamie's sheet. That's okay. Jamie got an extra dice you weren't supposed to have, but that's okay.
Still made it.
Yeah, it don't matter.
We'll do the cool thing and just blink over.
All right, cool.
Slam it in, blink back.
All right, let's see here. Now your hunger does increase. Okay, so you are going to make a check. Do you want a blood surge to increase your dice anyway?
Oh, sure, why not?
Might
Blood spent. Physical.
Yeah, you can. It's a big fight, might as well, right? Yeah. Okay, so that's going to put you at 8 dice. Yes.
And possibly educational. Does celerity is a power that requires a rouse check every round you sustain it?
So it's any time you use the power. So celerity's not much like how we remember it. It's not like each celerity has its individual powers again. It's similar to LARP. Just for those of us that are used to that. So like level 1's like Cat's Grace, and you can add it to like balancing and stuff. Level 3 is Blink, and one of the options is like you activate it and you go, and you're no longer limited by how many blood expenditures you could have per round. For those of us that are familiar with old, you just, as long as you have an action, and if the power requires a rouse check, you just do it.
The more you know.
Yeah. If I'm making sense, did that make sense there?
Yes.
All right, cool. All right, so I'm going to say the difficulty to toss this in is only going to be 2. You're rolling 8 dice, 2 of which are hunger. You have 4 successes with a margin of 2. They're going to try to turn away at the last second to try to make this harder for you, but they're going to have just a tough time because there is that the tentacle kind of holding onto it. And they're not, I just don't feel like they're particularly badass wheelman. Let's see what they get here. Ooh, they got a messy crit. Okay, all right.
Understandable.
So, I guess my question is, since you're the PC, do you want to spend so they have a total of 4 success. Do you want to try to re-roll to try to get anything better? Crit's going to be hard to beat, but it is possible. You do have a 10.
So, fleetness adds celerity to non-combat dex. Well, it's combat, never mind.
Yeah.
Throwing things is combat. Throwing fire is combat. So, yeah, let's...
Do you want to willpower it?
Yeah.
All right, let me check your willpower. I just you have enough. I just want to see where you're at.
Spike through their window.
You're good. All right, let's see here. Going for the hope of a crit. You have 5 successes, so you have more successes, but you don't have a crit. So here's what I'm going to say. It's going to get in there, but there's going to be a benefit for their crit, okay? So you succeed, but because they crit, they still get some sort of benefit.
Yep.
And what I'm going to say here is that you blink over, and, like, just in that moment, like, whoever's driving, like, sees you go to hurl it, and instead of dodging, he just tries to run you over. So you're going to get hit by the car, but you are still able to throw the Molotov cocktail into the vehicle, which protects you from the fire, but not so much from the bumper.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Gotcha. So I'm going to roll to attack you, as it were. I'm going to give me some bonus dice for the car. Let's see here, and I'm going to just roll against it because you're going to make an athletics check to kind of roll over, which there you go. Fleetness would help you there. So I have 5 successes. You're going to make 9 dice here. Wait, we got to roll here to see if you are now at hunger 3. All right. Sorry, everyone, for the dice rolls here, but we've been pretty dice light, all things considered, for a while, so I think we're doing good.
And it's a good opportunity to teach some of the mechanics.
Yeah, there we go. Whoa, big money, big money. So you crit getting hit. So here's the good news. I'm just going to give you get scuffed up. Because in this game, superficial, there are 2 types of damage. There's aggravated and superficial. For vampires, typically most superficial is reduced unless it's a supernatural power and it says otherwise. So you take some damage, but you're able to, like, it's cosmetic. Your shirt's torn, it's that kind of thing. But it's superficial, get halved, you crit. So they hit you and you roll over the hood of the car like a freaking ninja. And they're going to drive forward, and Darcy, they're kind of driving your direction, but they're not near you yet. But then it engulfs in flames. Yeah. So, Darcy, what do you want to do now?
Well, there's a lot of cool things that are coming to mind, but I think discretion's the better part of saving my ass here, so I'll probably dive out the way.
Okay, all right, there you go. I'm not going to have you roll for that. I'm going to roll real quick for the NPCs to see how they resist being on fire. It seems like not a particular strong suit of theirs. It is unlikely they will succeed. All right, so they enter Rotschreck, the fear of fire, which so they enter a frenzy. So the car is going to like... and it runs into the Seacrest Motel on the side, and some of the barbed wire freaks will run out in like all directions in a almost terrifying flammable clown car routine as they run out in each direction on fire. What do the 2 of you want to do while that is happening?
Well, we're both now divided by a car that's on fire in between us.
So the way I see it, to kind of describe the space, so we've got the hotel here. You guys pulled up around back to do your business. And then over here was the car, shotgun blast, turned, hit you, and now it's collided in the Seacrest. So I see if my 3-dimensional space of the camera is making sense to you. Do we all kind of get in where we're at?
Yep.
All right, cool. So now, they're running off. They seem to have no intention to engage you at this point in time. I didn't know if you wanted to seize the opportunity or get back to what you were doing.
All right.
He looks over at Darcy as if for a cue, like...
I look, and would Darcy have recognized any of them prior to being on fire?
You know what? Sure. I think you should. I feel like the more interesting answer is for you to know what's going on. rather than you like, what the hell was that? This happens every time I go to this hotel. Damn it.
I'll turn to Maya and I'll be like, wow, I can't believe an entire pack of hunters followed us to the Seacrest. Isn't that amazing, Maya? Because in the back of Darcy's head, he knows raising his hand against another Sabbat member of the true Sabbat is a punishable offense. But killing a pack of human hunters that came to just shoot him down with a shotgun, I don't think there's any problem with that, is there?
Not at all. It's
Well then.
purely defense, purely self-defense.
What strange humans they are. At any rate, before anyone else shows up, we should get on top of this building real quick. I'll show you what we're doing.
Yes, before they start to draw attention, we need to go.
Yeah, there is a fire, too. So, yeah, you guys got, like, you're on a ticking clock. I mean, it's going to take a while for the police and fire department to get here, but not long enough, if you catch my meaning.
Right. So, Darcy's going to grab he had 2 Molotovs back there, and he used one. So, he grabs the other one, tucks it behind his pants, or in the back of his pants, but underneath his belt. And before he does that, he takes the scarf off and ties it onto the end of the wick. Climbs up onto the building. He goes, all right, I'm going to make the signal, and then we can leave here. We don't need to stay. They'll find us. But if you ever see me take my vest off in the next 24 and into the next encounter here, you light this on fire and you start running the opposite direction. Don't give me none of that, I'll stay there and fight with you bullshit. I ain't going to stay there and fight. But this will be our distraction.
Distraction for what?
You'll understand when we get there. Darcy's going to go to the back of the giant T that kind of looks like a crucifix. And he's going to grab one of the wires that goes into the little sign and he's going to pull it out. And when he does, the sign goes black. The light turns off. But after a little while, you're going to realize that he's not doing it randomly, that he's doing it with purpose. What's the chance that your character might know Morse code?
You know what? Let's just say you know it, just so we can all figure out what he's doing. 'Cause I feel like Black Hand.
Sure.
There's a chance you know Morse code.
As you realize the blinking's not random anymore, you start to look at it, you realize it's Morse code and it's saying, shadow walk with me. Over and over again. After a few minutes, Darcy's like, that should be enough. We need to get out of here. You'll drive him.
To where now? And who did you summon?
You're about to find out. Drive about 2 miles towards the beach. They'll find us.
All right. I'm going to trust you. And she'll get into the driver's seat and head on their way.
All right, with that, let's check on Nova for a hot second. Sorry, as I'm getting all this together. Nova, you have this feeling. You have kind of, for times, having a lot of... You're having trouble understanding time in this place. You've been alone for what feels like nights? Is there anything that I need to know as the storyteller, that what you're doing, or what you've been doing?
I want my heart back.
Gotcha. Well, okay,
Chest.
there's what you want and what your character has been doing while you're alone. Now, you could yell to the ether or to the dark, I want my heart back. You could keep doing that if you want.
I think what Nova is doing... So I'm to assume that the stranger and... basically, she's left alone.
Yes.
Okay. I think she is taking the tools and she is just like stacking them and knocking them down and stacking them and knocking them down. She's being real petulant and being like, you know, it would be super great if I had my heart back. Don't feel real creative without it. Shame I don't have it.
And he will eventually appear. What's the matter, John? Your heart not in it?
He's got jokes.
I do. I do. You given any thought to my offer? I just want a decision one way or another, Nova. It don't
I'm
matter.
still deciding, but I would super like my heart back. It would make the decision process so much easier. And you claim that you don't want to kill me. You claim that you're trying to be kind, and I want to believe you. And I admit I was a little petulant before because, this is a really fucked up situation. But why don't you make good on your promise?
All right. You want your heart back? Quid pro quo. Say you're sorry. I don't know if you're frozen or just doing a very good job of not moving, Nova. I think you might be frozen. All right, let's see here if you come back here in a quick second. I still have internet connection. I'm still moving. All right, we'll wait a quick second. Well, everyone, okay, at least once it's not my technical difficulty. There we go. We're going to jump over to black here for just a second. Sorry about that, everyone. Trying to see if I've got a video just me here. Oh, we can wait. Nope, of course that's not set up.
Sorry, guys. Second episode in a row, my internet just craps out.
That's okay. Don't worry. I just got to remove everyone around real fast.
So how much of my great speech did y'all miss?
Oh, we missed a ton. I literally just said, say you're sorry, and then you were frozen like this motherfucker thinks I'm going to say sorry. I was like, you're really holding that pause for a while. I'm not sure. Okay, we've got the video back.
Practically a gargoyle. I've got
yeah, you were just like, I'm like, man, you were really playing up that sarcasm. Well, I guess I'm dead. I ain't saying sorry. All right, so let's.
I'll die.
Yeah. All right, so we'll back it up here. So.
Okay.
So, quid pro quo. Just say you're sorry, and you'll get your heart back.
How sincere does it need to be?
Sincere enough.
I'm sorry.
You're such a good liar. That's good. That'll help you survive. Actually, except I think it was on this side. Excuse me.
Where did I put that heart?
Open wide. And he would just... He just, it slides into your chest in probably the creepiest way possible. There. Right back where I found it.
Is there a shower? No offense, super no offense, but is there a shower?
I don't think you want to have a shower here. Everything here can be as real or as fake as I want it to be. Or... another question to really befuddle your mind. Where are you exactly? Is this really what the place looks like? After all, you've seen me look as other things. I was supposedly killed after having my face spat off.
Did you die? I thought you were just unconscious.
Oh, who knows?
Or I guess he was unconscious. They.
Who knows? It was me, and I look how I need to look. But here's
like one of those suburban dads who has 8 million wives and different families, and just because you're bored of one, so you just move on to another.
I'm far too busy for little games like that, Nova. I'm too busy being the hero.
Every villain is the hero of their own story.
And every hero is the villain in someone else's story.
Well, I guess I'm your villain.
Oh, no, Nova. You have to understand, I have very, very few enemies, as I said before, simply uncooperative allies. What I want, most others want. It's just how far I'm willing to go to get it. So, Nova, here it is. Decisions, decisions. You can do as I ask. You can forge a mermaid, a dildo, with spikes, I certainly hope. You know what might be more appropriate? Tentacles. After all, why not? Whatever sort of thing you would like. You forge it and I will help you bring that awful memory into it. Or you can keep it. And maybe I'll keep you here longer until you change your mind. Or maybe your friends will come. Or maybe I'll let you go. Something. I will never take from you what you possess. You will simply have to deal with the consequences of it. So, I am not an unreasonable monster.
She's gonna go over to the kiln, or the forge, and she's gonna pick up the tools and she's gonna start working. But out of character, she's planning on making the largest, most complicated thing to still buy some more time.
I like it. I like it. Okay. I feel like I'm going to let you roll, because who knows? I have had people roll really well. You're going to do manipulation and subterfuge check.
How
I'm
many
gonna
dice
give
am I
you-
rolling?
I'm going to give you +1 dice because right now you're currently rolling 6. So you're rolling 6 dice. We did not roll for your hunger, but your hunger is going to be 3 because you're trapped in the abyss.
Rude, I just diablerized someone.
Yeah, and you're trapped in the abyss where time has no meaning.
Am I just going for how many successes can I get, or am I trying to hit something?
Hold on, the mod thing. Someone said the word. Someone said a word that was prohibited, so I had to approve it. There you go. I am a generous god.
Dildo.
Yeah, there you go. I'm a generous god. I will allow the word dildo.
Straight
yes.
from the neonate's mouth.
Exactly. So, I'm sorry, you asked me a question and I saw that.
Yeah, is there a difficulty I need to hit, or am I just trying to see how many successes
You're
I
just
can
gonna see
get?
how many you get, because then I'm gonna roll against you, and that's, gonna be terrible. But,
Love that. I'm gonna spend a willpower.
Sounds good. Oh, I have caps lock on.
Ooh, love that. Okay.
That's too many dice. Excuse me. All right, I have 6 successes.
It's a tie!
Oh!
So what does that happen?
So, well, I will. It's gonna. You're the defender because you're lying, and I'm trying to see if you're telling the truth. Do you have a crit though?
Yeah.
Okay, crit's gonna win on the tie here. So I am going to be. I either am unaware or do not seem to care that you are stalling.
Cool. So yeah, going to be making a. You know what? I've got it on my brain. I'm going to be making a statue of Darcy. Out of
There you go. Awesome. Mhm. And as you're working, the stranger's eyes will blacken, and bugs will begin to crawl out of them. And he will speak in some terrible language you have never heard.
I hate this. I don't like bugs. Can you maybe not have them in my workstation? I might be an artist, but I'm also a toreador. I need a clean workstation, please. Can you not around me?
Sorry. It has to be done.
Oh, why around me?
Because you have the memory. So he will touch your forehead, and and then from that, a spider will crawl forth.
I hate that was the form you wanted it to take.
And he will put it on one of the glass pole that you're using, and it will crawl and melt into the glass.
Why does it have to be bugs? If any other bugs, a moth, a butterfly, a goddamn cicada.
Next time, do you want it to be a centipede?
No!
It's a shame.
Make it a Luna moth. Or a monarch butterfly. Just not things with pincers. Proboscis, not pincers.
Just finish it, Nova, he says with his country accent gone. It is better this way.
She's gonna keep working.
And with that, let's go see what our friends are doing. We'll just start with the two of you. Hold on, as it takes me a second to get back to Darcy and Maya. You will say, after you set off that signal, you drive a little further to an old church. It has been burnt out by fire about maybe a decade ago, but it's too far out for anyone to bother demolishing it or fixing it.
So as we pull up, and Maya, the driver, puts it in park, Darcy reaches over and puts his hand on her forearm. Maya, I need to tell you something. This is something that not many people know in this world. But I need you to understand what we're going up against here. You see, my clan has a lot of theories about what manipulating those shadows are, how we actually do that. But my kin, my maker, and my broodmates, they subscribe to the idea that what we're actually manipulating is the very forces of the abyss. And I'm not talking about the void or the blackness. I'm talking about the abyss, where the one above, the one who sits above all, like that biblical deity, where he cast his rebel angels. And the only thing that he could do was take away that interaction with the world. So he made it a void, devoid of shape and sound and light and sensation. You see, my mother, can't believe I called her that. At any rate, my maker and my kin, they believe that philosophy, right, wrong, or indifferent. They embrace it. These are people that want to become a part of that. Imagine the sort of person who wants to become a part of the place where all the rebel angels suffered for time immemorial. Imagine the kind of psyche that goes into that. And those are the people we're about to meet right now. So when I told you about this torch coming out my back of my vest, if I should take my vest off, I need to know that one, you ain't gonna say a whole lot during this meeting. And it's not because I don't trust you, and it's not because I don't respect you. It's because the less they know about you, the less power they can use against you. And two, because if I need to throw this thing and get us out of there, I promise you, literal hell will be following after us. I ain't never told that to nobody before. Take it as you will. But whatever happens next, I need you to trust me. Can I count on you?
Yes, you can count on me. Well, no, I was going to say I've always trusted you, but I haven't. But in terms of this, I'm 100% certain that you know exactly what you're speaking of, because you're speaking of your own family.
No. They ain't my family. They're just my kin. You and our pack. That's family. These people, they just kin. Not kin. I ain't particularly too keen on staying around here. But they're going to say some stuff about me, and, well, a good chunk of it might actually be true, depending on what they want to say. But you got to believe me. I ain't them, and I don't want to be with them. I want to get our Nova back and have our family back. have our pack back. This is just a very unpleasant step to get there. For
Understood.
King Regent and the Rite, you are my sister.
You're my brother.
Oh, let's go walk through hell, shall we?
Chef, let's open up the door.
Ah, with Maya, I'm assuming.
And I tried to change something, and now the settings are like, you didn't want to do that. I'm like, yes, I did. All right, cool, cool. There we go. Let me just stretch something here. I was like, oh, I should change that, and that'll teach me for changing things while they're set. So, you step forward into the blackened church, blackened by fire. You know others are around. You hear them. You pass the pews. You will see a woman in white, blonde hair. She looks at you almost with innocent eyes. Next, in the pews, the pew next to her is a large man, white hair. He kind of smiles and laughs. In the far corner, there is your brother Zazel and his bride. She sits in his lap, and he holds her tight. And Zazel winks at you as you walk forward. And at the altar, as you will all see, the mother of the Black Angels. And I will let you, Darcy, begin your request.
Mother of the darkest shadows, of the deepest depths, I have come before you to request your assistance.
And so my son returns for help. And what makes you think the Black Angels will offer that to you?
Because I know that Mama loves all her children. To bring them all into the fold. Doesn't mean I think you might help me for free, but I think it might get you at least open-minded to a conversation.
It seems so ancient a tale that people return to their beliefs only when they are in trouble.
I never believed in what you did. But I do know and understand the power you wield. And that is what I'm in need of.
But my child, the power that I wield is because of what I do and why I do it. If you believe in my power, you believe in what I do.
There's a difference between causality and correlation. And I know you believe your beliefs, and that's what makes you powerful, but I believe that your delving is what made you powerful. Sure, there's a correlation between the depths you delve and the power you've gained, but I can't believe what you believe. Now, I know I ain't no saint, and I might be a villain, but I ain't a monster.
We are all monsters. We are God's chosen monster. And the sooner you accept that, the sooner you will wield powers like those that I am able. Because I wield it not for me, and not for selfish reasons. I wield these powers to keep things in the balance. And so why, Darcy, is it that you come to me now to ask a favor of the mother you abandoned?
Abandon isn't the word I would use, Mother. I would say I was not cut of the same cloth to walk the path you were. I was not dedicated enough, but I do come to you with a request that I feel you may understand and commiserate with. One of my own, one of my kin, someone who trusted me to keep them safe, to lead them on the path, was taken against their will and against those who care for them. And they were taken to that place that I know you know so well. I can't go there myself, but I know you move about there as if it was made for you. Someone took a member of my pack and then walked the shadows into the dark places. Somewhere, I'd wager they're probably still there right now. I have a rudimentary understanding of what that place is like, and although it's infinite, it's not infinite at the same time. It's dark, yet you can see, and things can exist there, but they're not real. These are mysteries I was never able to wrap my head around, but I know that there are things that you don't even question. You understand on a level I may never. But I need to get my kin back. Because nobody takes from me or my family who lives through it. That's a lesson you did teach me, Mama. And that's a lesson I'm going to live. I just need your help.
It is true that family is important. It is a lesson you learned well. It may not be my calling, but it is my belief. Still, what you ask of me is not easy, nor is it safe. Do you wish to go into this darkness to rescue her? Do you think that you have the strength to negotiate that space?
I absolutely do not want to go, but having said that, I absolutely will if I have to.
I cannot. I do not have the connection that you do. And so, it would not be my journey to make. But you are correct in the assumption that I could assist you.
Well, now it sounds like we're negotiating a price, Mother.
A price? No. No deity asks of anything but understanding, belief, and to follow the way that the world should be. And so, if you do not find yourself capable of being among the Black Angels, the least you can do, my son, is confess your sins.
My sins?
You know how to do this. Kneel and tell me the things that you have done. You may not be or believe that you are God's chosen monster, but you are by no means, my son, an innocent.
So Darcy will kneel slowly, almost like he doesn't want to. Mother of the deepest shadow, forgive me my sins. I have lied to those close to me and confessed the lie later without leading them astray and into sin. I have taken what was not mine, but I did so for another instead of selfish and wicked reasons. I have spilled the blood of the wicked instead of encouraging the blood of innocence to be spilled. And I have done all of these sins because I wanted to belong to something greater than myself instead of embracing the black angel inside me. And for this, I beg your forgiveness.
Ultimately, my son, it is not my forgiveness that you will need. And Mother will present her hand with the ring for him to kiss. Very well. Now, I must ask one more question. But I have resolved, you will understand, to help you, as I believe family is all we have. Even a monster has bonds. So, who is your companion?
She's not a part of this.
Oh, but she is. You can introduce yourself. I understand that you come from a different set of beliefs.
Quite. My name is Maya. I'm of the Banu Hakim.
I
And of
see.
the Black Hand.
A black hand. Very well. All right. I shall assist you.
And with that, Mother will close her eyes, and the shadows deepen. The four others in the back, they will... Oh, hold on here. Something's happening. Oh, there we go. Sorry. The four others in the back, the two blondes, the one in white, and the large man will sit up straight, watch Mother. Azazel and his bride will stop their cuddling, as it were, and stand. Where there was once a cross, there's now just blackened remains, and from that blackness comes an open void. You can feel it drawing you in a way, Darcy and Maya. You have a place you want to go, and the abyss knows. And it will take you there. But let us check on the stranger and Nova one last time before you arrive. If you arrive. Nova, you've stalled as long as you can, and your small effigy of Darcy.
It's not small.
Oh, okay.
I'm making it life-size.
Life-size. Well, your life-size effigy of Darcy is there. Ostentatious, is it not?
I think it still needs something. He needs shadows around him. I'm going to start work. It's not finished yet. I'm going to start working on that right now.
Nova, Nova, no. It is done.
It's not.
The memory is inside.
Nope.
Nova, you can't lie to me. You barely know what you're doing. After 10,000 years.
I know my art.
I know when it's there. Thank you.
Knock it over.
You're gonna knock it over?
I'm gonna knock it over.
And when it falls over and shatters, he goes, good. I intended to do the same thing as well.
Ah, tits!
Thank you, Nova. Do you want to know what was inside?
Memories?
Oh, but one very specific memory.
Is it the memory of you being a douchebag?
Oh no, I remember that all the time. No, no, no. Names, Nova. Names are a finicky thing. Solomon, Dante, John Milton. You have to be careful when you say a name, especially old names. You can get the attention of many things, old and dark things. But if you know how to say it right, you can get more than their attention. You can get their compliance. And in that memory, buried beneath it all, was my name. And it was the only place you could find it. I couldn't just kill you. It would vanish into the ether, perhaps to be
I should
found
have stabbed
again.
myself in the throat.
But you put it into this glass. The whole reason I needed you, Nova, to craft something so beautiful that could hold it and to deny the world of it. Thank you. And with that, he will touch your forehead. This memory is sanctified in my own way. No one will be able to pull it from you, to be able to compel you to tell the truth from this moment on. No one will know that your sire is an apostate. No one will know the deal you made with me here. Your secret is safe. When you make a deal with the devil, he always keeps up his end of the bargain. We may never see each other again, Nova. And for you, that may be too soon. It's a pity. I don't think you can sing. We might have gotten along better. Any last requests? I feel your friends approaching. I would hate to keep them waiting.
Yeah, I do have one last request.
And what's that? Some snarky comment? Please tell me it is.
No. My request is that in the future, if you meet someone else like me, die like the bitch you are.
Unfortunately, I don't think I'll be able to accommodate your request. But thank you. Know that when I think of you, I will think of you fondly.
I won't think of you at all.
On the contrary, I'm sure you will. Goodbye, Nova. There is no more need for us. But your family awaits. Yes.
Question.
Yes.
When he said the memory is sanctified that no one can pull it from you, does that mean it's completely blocked in my mind?
So
or
you
no
can
one can...
you can remember it, but
Okay.
no one else can force you to tell it or see
So
the memory
I can
themselves.
super say it of my own free will,
Yeah.
my own
Yeah.
volition.
Yeah.
Okay.
The Methuselah Bali implanted a cool dominate / whatever power in you is that you remember it, but no one can take that memory or force you to compel it. You will always be telling the truth.
Yeah. Okay,
So,
cool.
and with that, I'm going to move to just me on the screen. That concludes episode 8 of Vengeance in Vaulderie. Next week, we will have the finale, the end of season 1. We still have a few questions left in our story of Vengeance in Vaulderie. I hope you guys had a wonderful time tonight. I would love to bring everyone up here so you could see everyone. I just did not have time in my I want to thank CJ for reprising their role as Mother. I literally talked to them like 3 hours before they joined. It was 2 hours before the show. It was like, oh, wouldn't that be cool? So when I keep coming up with these random, oh, isn't this a cool idea kind of thing, I didn't have time to get everyone in here for a goodbye thing. So I want to thank CJ for jumping in here last minute. You chewed up the scenery. I loved it. And I'm excited to see Ember and Ty back next week for our conclusion. Normally we do a goodbye and all that. My hope is next week, I'm not sure how I'm going to end it. But if we end a little early, stick around. We'll have kind of a post-mortem chat where you guys can talk to us. You can talk to Adam. You can talk to Rachel, to Jamie, and you can ask us like what we thought and our fun parts. And we'll have a little bit of fun with you guys. So that being said, I think it's a good time to end this part. And I'll see you next week for the finale. So that being said, see everyone then.